Then one arrow, another arrow, you will draw sun. Draw a sun. Draw? Yes? How many arrows you have drawn? Erase. 10, 8, 15. The more you draw, you are in more trouble. Okay? Very good. Now, the center of the circle, you write the subject which you want to speak. Whichever subject. She wants environment. She can write environment. You can write any subject which you want. It could be tube, it could be fan, it could be building, it could be school, it could be India, it could be environment, it could be glass, it could be pen, it could be kurta. Anything you want to write the subject which you want to speak. On any topic you can speak 2 hours. That's what I'm going to teach you. Give the topic, 2 hours you speak now. That's what my training is. Ready? Write whichever topic you like. Great. I want to see who writes brilliant topics. Now, for every subject which you take, assume I talk about pen. Is there anyone who wrote pen? Good. Now, when I talk about pen, one arrow I can write use. Use of pen. I can speak about use of pen. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Second, I can write about invention of pen. I can talk about history of pen. I can talk about style of pen. I can talk about different ink. I can talk about different media. I can talk about what? Quotations on pen. Pen is mightier than sword. One quotation on pen. I can talk about the status of pen. Depends on which pen you are using. This pen, it's written Dr. T.P. Shishman. Okay? Assume that I use a small pen which is 3 rupees or maybe 500 rupees or maybe 1000 rupees. Do you think Amitabh Bachchan will use a 3 rupees pen on his pocket? He uses Parker, right? Do you know? He uses Parker. And somebody gifts this. So pen can be used as a gift. So you can write, it's something called a gift. It's something for a memory. Right? You can use it for writing on fabric. So it's called a fabric pen. You can use it as sketch pen, permanent marker, color of the pen, thickness of the pen. You can have narrow micro tip pen. How many items I can write like this? Arrows. How many I can fill up? You got what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And then sometimes pen can be innovatively used. Depends on how good you are. Some people use it. Correct? Some people use it for. Some people use it. I have seen some people doing it. Yeah, she uses it. Yeah, see, she does. And some people do this. Correct? So innovative. Now, how many points you got on a single topic? Now, all the topic which you have written, think like this. Write each arrow 1 point. So 13 points you should write. Environment, uses of environment, defects of environment, what is environment, how people start thinking about it, where is the concern about it. I don't want expansion, I want only your thinking in different lines. How, what, when, where, why. So many questions you can ask. Who came without a weapon? No pen, no paper. Who is the person who came without pen and paper? Oh, you don't know how to draw a sun? So you are getting help from somebody else. You have to go to LKG first. Assume your topic is hair. You can write on hair. It's an eye, you can write on eye. Human, you can write on human. It's chair, you can write on chair. It's light, you can write many things on that. Technology of pen. Now, each point which you are writing, will you be able to write at least the 3 sentences, 5 sentences, speak 5 sentences about it? Now, on any topic, how many hours you can speak? How many pages you can write? Is there a problem? This is what is called a communication skill. Okay, stop. You can do it as an exercise. This is called a communication skill. For every good communicator, either he is a speaker, I am a good speaker. Okay? Either a good writer, sometimes silence also speaks a lot. Yes? You don't have to speak. Do you think Lord Krishna spoke to Arjuna 800 slokas, 4 hours cassette? It takes 4 hours minimum to read. So whole battlefield, everybody was waiting. Let Arjuna finish his questions and Krishna give the answers. Then we will start fighting. Do you think 4 hours they were waiting? Huh? Impossible. 60 kilometers was the width of Kurukshetra. It's still there. 60 kilometers wide. Lakhs of people are waiting. And one man is asking questions, somebody says answer, everybody is waiting. Let him finish, then we will fight. Do you think this will happen? All the questions and answers just happened with a look. Arjuna asked, looked at Krishna, Krishna understood everything. But when you tell this to somebody else, it takes a lot of time. Assume I am at my house, I have a guest who came and then I am talking. Assume my son will come and stand there. I will look like this. He will understand what is to be done. What he will do? He will silently go and will start reading, right? Because he understood my look is, go away from here. So one look is enough to communicate sometimes. You don't require to have long passages. Drama is also like that. Sometimes you don't speak, you just look at somebody, they understand. You can have silent drama. So communication is not just verbal. Don't think that you have to speak a lot to communicate. Not required. Writing also. Minimum words. Crisp, clear, perfect, to the point. So you should have language. First important part what you should have is high creativity to become a good communicator. Now what you have done, you have taken one topic, collected different informations about it. For a good communicator, you should collect informations. After collecting information, the question is, how much time you have to spend for communicating? If it is a speech, ask this topic 1 hour, 5 hours or 3 days workshop. Decide how much time you want. You want me to speak about communication skill for 1 hour, 3 days? Decide what you want. There are communication programs which runs for one diploma program, 6 months program. But same content we can also speak in 10 minutes. I am asked to draw a picture. Should I draw it on the wall or on spot paper? Who is a good artist? Assume I am asked to draw Swami Vivekananda's picture. Should I draw as big as this? Then I am a good artist. But somebody is giving a small paper and asking me draw the picture. I will say no, I can only draw big pictures. Small picture I cannot draw. Do you call him as an artist? No. So given long period of time or short period of time, big paper or small paper, write a big book or a small essay or a paragraph, you must be able to communicate. You understood? So communication skill matters. First, collection of data. Second one, formatting. How much time? What space? After that, my question is, to whom I am talking? Yes, you are all professors of management, or maybe you are from marketing personnel of insurance company. You are asking me same question, communication skill. My answer will be entirely different. Because you are a student, my answer is different. Assume 6th class student asks me, sir, I want to learn communication. Do you think I will speak like this? I will use a different language. Now, my language to communicate to you is in English. If I am in my state Kerala, somebody asks me, probably I will speak only in Malayalam because they understand that language. So next problem, which language I have to use? Now you ask me to draw the picture, I will ask, should I draw it on a cloth? Should I draw it on a wall? Should I draw it on a fabric? Then give me that page. So which language, medium of communication has to be decided? Should I use difficult language? Or do I have to use, yesterday you have seen me when I am talking in Discovery Channel, the English is different. Because it's an international audience, I have to change my tone. The style will be changed. But when we are talking in India, we will change our discussion. When we go to Kerala, the tone itself will become different. Now if I have to speak in Hindi, probably I will change my style. That will become Hindi style, right? So each one have to select the language, use the style in which you have to communicate. Then you can become a good communicator. So on any topic, first thing, data collection. Second one, formatting. Third one, sequencing. Should I speak on the history of pen first or invention of pen first? Should I talk about use of pen first or talk about our quotations on first? Or should I talk about creative users first? It will become boring, right? So sequencing is very essential. These are the ways to become the best communicator. Good question. Next. Yeah. Now I am going to, it's so nice that the question what she asked exactly matches with one exercise which I am going to do for you. It will be a game. Right? Exactly matching. That's why I was so happy when she asked me the question. It matches exactly. That is why I have pasted some free charts there. We will do an exercise. After that we will disperse. So that will be the last question. 4:15 we will start that. 15 minutes you have for a game. After that you can. And what you need, if you want to be a public speaker, you need to have courage. All this is there, but you must be able to stand and speak. That's courage.
Sir, you have got so many degrees behind you. What made you think, or what inspired you to do so many things? I mean, when we sit in groups, we usually say that it's useless to study for so many years before our graduation. When one of our sir, Dr. S.P. Verma sir came and told us that it takes Dr. 9 years for being a neurosurgeon, then one of our friends who had the aim for being a neurosurgeon, she lost her hope. And so I want to just know that what inspired you for studying for so many years? You studied so many, you have completed so many degrees behind your name.
What are the degrees? A. B. C.
You're a scientist and you're a director.
Degree is not a director.
I don't know your director.
You don't know my degree?
But I know that you have worked in.
You don't know my degree?
But you have worked in so many.
MSc, MPhil, PhD, LLB, MBA, MS, MA, psychotherapy, hypnotism, homeopathy, Ayurveda, herbal, gemology, astrology. Sit there. It's very easy to learn violin. You know the instrument violin?
Yes.
Very simple to learn. Only you have to practice 6 hours per day, 18 years. You understood what I said? Very simple to learn. Practice 6 hours per day. How many years? 18 years. What is your age now? 15? Say 15 years for computation sake. Right now, 15 years. 15 years. Who are you? If you ask, what is the answer? You are a student, right? I am a student. Great. Now let me ask you. Average 24 hours. How many hours you sleep average? 8 hours, right? From childhood up to now. 8 hours average you sleep. So in 24 hours, 8 hours you sleep, it is 1/3 you are sleeping. So in 15 years, how many years you slept? 1/3, 5 years you slept, right? So write down, years 15, sleep 5 years. How many years you slept? 5 years, good students. Now average working days in school, 250? 200? No, how many average I am asking? 200, say 200. How many hours of class work? 6 hours? Maximum study from, I am starting from LKG. So average up to 10 years will be 6 hours. 6 hours into 200, 1200 hours in a year. 1200 hours is 50 days in a year. So up to 10th class when you study, L kilogram, U kilogram, correct no? LKG, UKG? L kilogram, U kilogram, 1, 2, 3. Up to 10th class when you study, 12 years you studied, every year 50 days. So total how many? 600 days. 600 days is less than 2 years. So in 15 years, you slept 5 years, studied 2 years, right? Studied 2 years. So 5 years you slept, 2 years you studied. Just now we were there in the other school, Solpura. So I was doing same exercise. I am in that mood. So 7 years you have accounted. What is that you have done 8 years in your life? "15 years, 5 years you slept, 2 years you studied, and you are a student or a sleeper? You have spent more time on sleeping, right? So you have to be called as a sleeper. Now 8 years, what is that you have done? Do you have an account? How much time you are wasting every day? Do you know this? Eating, how many hours you must have eaten every day? Half an hour average? 1 hour? Suppose 1 hour you are eating average. So 15 years, 1/24. So that means half year you have eaten. Getting ready, combing hair, looking good, putting powder. How many kilograms of powder you must have put on it? You don't apply? No. Creams? Oil? No oil? Shampoo? Soap? How many kilograms can you make? And what happened to you? Did you become better? How much time we waste looking good? And all account if you take also, you will see 6 years, 7 years, at least 15 years only you are now. Imagine you become 60 years, number of years you study will become very less. Because this is the time you are spending maximum time in studies. After some time you will have lot of time, you are not doing anything. Many people when they become 60 years, they will start thinking, what did I do in my life? They will say, I was a great teacher for long years of 30 years of service. 30 years, how many years they have taught? Maximum 3 hours per day. 30 years if they teach like this, also you can count, they will be teachers only 5 years in the whole life. They will say 60 years, Some of your parents will say, my whole life I wasted for you. You should ask question back, did you give birth to me when you took birth? The whole life did you waste for me? Eh? Many parents will say, the whole life I wasted for you. No. Did you sleep for me or for you? Nobody wastes time for somebody else. It's all for ourselves. So start accounting, you will find a lot of time you have in my life. What I have done in my life, my education is by just accident. When I was doing my PhD, after my MSc, I went for MPhil and PhD in Bangalore. My roommate happened to be an LLB student after plus 2. He was joined for LLB, he was in a college. So he was from Kerala, he doesn't understand reading law books. So whenever I come back to my room, I used to read law and then teach him law. So before I completed my PhD, I have learned law. So when I got a job, I saw a college, law college. I joined them. So it was not intentional. I just joined and then took a degree. So all the time, whatever I have learned, it is not what I really want to do. It just happened. Everything was like that. So whatever I do, it was not intentional. I wanted to do this, never happened like this. I learned many things in the life because somebody asked me to do something and there was a requirement. Somebody pushed me inside. I am here not because I wanted to come here. Somebody called me, somebody pushed me here, so I am here. So I do whatever is asked me to do, whatever is demanded by somebody else. Okay? So it's just by chance. And understand it is not very difficult. There is a lot of time. If somebody says to become a neurosurgeon you need 9 years, nothing. 9 years and 60 years is nothing. And 9 years you are not full time into that. You can be doing many other things parallel. Do you think about that? How much time you can spend for learning so many things? You can have sufficient time in your life. You draw a picture of a jar, a glass like this. You draw a picture of a glass in your book. Okay? Then, very enough. You just draw one picture, that's it. Now imagine you have big stones. How many stones you can put there? Maybe 2-3 stones you put inside that. Draw 3 big stones there, inside that. 1, 2, 3 big stones. You can put it, right? 3 big stones? Yes. Okay. Now you put smaller stones in between. Draw smaller stones in between. You have space for smaller stones? Yes. Okay. You did not fill whole glass with 3 stones, right? You kept some space for smaller stones. Yes. Correct or not? Yes. Now having drawn smaller stones, still do you have space for smallest stones inside? Yes. Draw that. Why did you leave space? I am sure this is what happens in life. You have big roles, big goals. I am a husband. Therefore, do you think 24 hours I will become husband? 24 hours I am a father. No. I am a scientist. 24 hours I am a scientist. No. I have little time for my LLB. That's a smaller stone. And now you have sand. Small sand. Can you put sand in between? Yes. So still you have time, na? Yes. That is my telephone call with my students. Reading newspaper, general knowledge, reading my kavita, my story books, my poetry book, my writing, my bhashan at different places, my lectures, all that will be small sand. Is there still space? Yes. No? Yes. 100% no? Yes. Take that pot, pour water inside. Does it go inside in between? Yes. So there is still space, right? Yes. So do you have sufficient time in life? Yes. You have bigger role, but you can also have smaller, and you can have still smaller, and still you can have, I love music, so all the time what I can do while traveling, listen, we have sufficient time. Understood? Very simple. Managing time is this picture, remember always. If somebody says I don't have time, that's not true. 24 hours is the glass. You can decide what are all the different things you have to do, fill it up nicely. Now I will ask you one thing. Same item, similar glass, pour water first. Don't have to do it. You cannot draw. Very difficult something. Otherwise, imagine you are drawing the same glass you have drawn, water first, then put smaller sand there, then put smaller pebble, then put the bigger pebble. You will find the big pebbles will have no space. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Try this experiment at home. You will find bigger pebbles have no space. You may maximum fit 1 or 2. Minimum 1 pebble will be out. So you must know how to fill the time 24 hours in your life. I sleep at 2:30, wake up at 5 o'clock. For last 25 years, my sleep is 2.5 to 3 hours. So 8 hours is reduced into 3 hours. 5 hours I have saved in life. Every day 5 hours I am saving. Is it not enough? Don't think 8 hours sleep is required. 3 hours deep sleep. That's it. Sir was traveling with me. Did I waste my time during the travel, sir? All the time I was on computer, right? Otherwise I have telephone. That's it. My traveling time also, and between we have learned so many discussions we had. So the traveling time is also utilized. I got a lot of information from sir. We were sharing a lot of information. In between I was on telephone. In between I was also giving message. Uploaded all the pictures including what has happened there in Facebook. All the pictures are uploaded. Until now everything what happened every day 230 pictures uploaded from the last UTSARG 1 week. And no coverage, no network. Do I complain? With all that minimum also uploading is happening. Got it? Don't say I don't have time. I have sufficient time. Any of you call me at 2 o'clock midnight, I will be answering your call. Up to 2053, November 30. Okay, next question. Fast. Yeah.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
I am Queen Judith. I am from
Dr. Shashi Kumar.
TafraGam.
I don't even remember any name. It was very difficult name.
My first question to you is, sir, you did you did so many degrees now. As you said, you was not good in studies, and as your result of class 10 was not so good. So, sir, did something inspired you the time that you have come up with so inspired personality?
I see. Goal?
Yes.
Which When I finished my 12th class, there were a lot of students. Many students got admission in the college, and I did not get admission in that college where I wanted. My brother was a professor there. I did not get. So my brother said, you cannot study maths, you cannot study physics, you cannot study chemistry, you can study Malayalam. Okay? Then I said, no, I want to study maths. He said, no, I will not give you admission in this college. Very difficult. Only first class students will get admission. You are only second class. You cannot get admission. So I joined in one college. So every day I am seeing bright children go to one college. I go in a different college too far. In 1 month, I have decided I am going to shift. I left that college, joined in some other college, which is much farther. Because I don't want to see the same face. So I went too far. Then from there, it was a trick. I got extra 3 seats in that college. Influenced somebody. Got seat for me by government special order. And I came to that college. Principal said, no, we will not give you permission. I said, I have permission from Vice Chancellor, University head. Give me a seat. So I joined there. But then I told I am going to change. It was just a thought process. You know what is that? When somebody says you can't do it, you feel that, no, I can do it. Right? Yes. That was the inspiration, nothing else. And then somebody said, you cannot study maths. I said, I will prove that I can study maths. So I took PhD in math. Getting PhD in mathematics in 3 years, with MPhil, PhD together in 3 years is not that simple. I did it. I did it in first rank in MPhil. Okay, so it's very, very simple. Only thing you must decide, I am going to do. Nobody can stop me. That power, if you start taking inside you, any one of you can do that. That is the only thing I am telling to my students as an example, because I want all of you to feel you can do it. With the nice background which you have up to 10th class, you can do much better. But during my graduation, every day I used to spend a lot of time answering questions. And I used to tell all the students, we had 30 children in the class, 33 including me. 3 extra seats we got. One for me, and one recently I went to one of the schools, she is the principal of the school. So I went there. And 3 extra seats, 33 children. I used to tell all the other students, if you don't know anything, ask me, I will tell you. Who is this person who failed in all examinations? I am telling you, if you want to ask something, ask me, I will answer you. And they keep asking a lot of questions. Can I answer? No. I said, today I cannot answer, tomorrow I will answer. And that evening I will go to some teacher's house, please explain this. I will learn everything, come back to school, explain my college, explain everything to my friend. So I started teaching when I was in first year BSc. So the best method to learn is to teach. That is why I keep saying, learn to learn, learn to teach. You become the best student. Okay? Yes. Good. Any more questions? So do you think you can get good marks and pass well? Get good marks. Best. And join the best college. With all students, very good. See, my BSc classmates who all joined, 30 students, all of them become best in the world. One of them was Union Minister. I was a director in Academic Staff College. My friend is a director in Navodaya Vidyalaya Training Center. 6 of them are bank chief managers. One of them is a commercial inspector in railway. All of them got good jobs. 6 or 7 of them are principals in different schools now. Because one person decided everybody is going to make a difference, I changed all of them. Only one batch. Before that batch was not good, after that batch was also not good. Only our batch was the best in that college. College is not a big, great college, but we decided we are going to make a difference. So if you decide, you can make a lot of difference. And the advantage is, even today after 30 years, all my classmates 30 years back are still in contact with me. Last year in my house, I have an old house, 200-year-old house in Kerala. 40 people can stay there. Small house. In that, when I called, all of them came. They came with their husbands, kids. Husband, kids, not husbands. Husband, wife, and kids. So many people. 100, 150 people came. 30 years back, do you think your classmates will be in contact with you after 30 years? Yes. I have such contacts. You know the contact will become strong only when you start teaching them together. Learning, sharing together. They will remember, oh, this person contributed me in becoming a good person. Okay? The friendship will become very strong. Yeah, any more questions? Fast. Okay, now we will, okay, one more question. Good boy. I want one boy. Yesterday somebody came outside and said, sir, tomorrow I will ask you a question. Is that you? Is that you who told me that yesterday? No. There is somebody else who asked me. He asked me some question. I said, tomorrow he asked me. Who is that? He's hiding. Anyway, I am see. Good.
So actually I was having 2 questions for you, sir.
Where are you from?
So I'm from India.
Where?
India. So sir, first question, the exact question which previous class asked me, sir.
Okay.
So I will ask you other questions, sir. So, The maximum was from Arunachal Pradesh, sir. So since childhood, sir, we have been listening that Arunachal Pradesh is lacking behind, and we are means Arunachal Pradesh means all the time we see that Arunachal Pradesh in means they are nothing in comparison with other school, other states, no, sir. So
You are in 10th class?
yes, sir.
You have electricity in your native?
Yes, sir.
You have hostel electricity?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When I was in 10th class, I have not even seen a switchboard. I am from a village where electricity came when I was doing my MSc. When I was doing my PhD, telephone came. First time I touched a switchboard was 7th class. That was in some place. I went to somebody's house. I just picked up telephone first time. There was no telephone in my life. 6th class or 7th class, I stopped. 8th class, I stopped the studies and started a shop. And the shop, even not repainted after 35-40 years. Still the paint is also same. Underdeveloped, no development in the village. It's one and the same. Don't think Arunachal Pradesh is bad, the whole state is very good. No. You are not bad. Your facilities are not bad. That doesn't stop you from studies. And you are in 10th class, how much percentage you will get?
I have, sir, 8 points.
Assume you get 95 to 98 percentage. You are the best student. Come to Kerala. I have got the schools, 7 schools. I will make you to join there if you pass the entrance exam which I am conducting. And I will give you admission now. And if you pass in that, one of the guarantee, I will take you either to IIT if you are interested in BTech. If you are interested in medicine, I can take you to All India Institute of Medical Sciences or ISER or NISER or such best institutions. But you have to work hard. The classes will start from 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, end at 1 o'clock at night. Don't think, if you don't sleep just like this, my class starts at 7 o'clock, ends at 1 o'clock at midnight. That's how I teach my children. No vacation, no holiday. 10th class exam will be over on 23rd, 25th the class will start. Only 1 day vacation. Whereas you will enjoy. And you want to say that Arunachal Pradesh is not developed, that is why I am like this. No.
Sir, actually I want to work means.
You want to do hard work?
Yes, of course. I want to take my state means along with hand to hand with other states, the developed states.
First you become Chief Minister of the state, then you change the state. First you become great. Understand? Don't say that no state is not good. You reach that position where you can make a difference. Don't think about the bad things about the state when you cannot do anything. So you reach, you become IAS, you become IPS. I am sure if all of you become in the highest position, don't you think you can change the state? Yes?
Yes.
No. Everybody is saying yes.
Yes, sir.
You say yes, louder.
Yes, sir.
Not louder. Yes.
Actually, I was not blaming state, no, sir. Because I actually wanted to know how can we what to say?
Improve the state.
Improve the state.
Improve yourself first. Improve your friends. Then the whole state will improve.
Yes, sir. How can we improve ourselves?
Study 100% marks in all subjects. That's the first improvement. Only 100%? No, 200% you get. Nothing else can change the states. You are most educated, the state will automatically change. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Is there any discrimination? Yesterday you have seen IIT is the best, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you think Prime Minister of India or President of India can make you join in IIT by paying money influence?
No.
Only merit. Suppose all the IIT, 10 of you become IIT, Kharagpur, Madras, everywhere, 10 Arunachal Pradesh students. When you pass out after 5 years, what will become the state? There will be a lot of engineers from here, a lot of doctors from here. You can go abroad, make a lot of money. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Day first day I went to Amelia. Your place is where?
I'm basically from Khonsa, I'm studying here in Amnion.
Yeah. I was telling the principal, I was telling one of my friends who came along with me, Arunachal, if there are 100 people in Amelia and they want job, I can give them job in Dubai. this education is done. Not necessarily you. Maybe your brothers or sisters who are ready to work, we can give job. So every family will get good salary, the status of life will improve. Kerala is rich because there are a lot of people working in Dubai. There are a lot of people working in America. They bring a lot of money back to Kerala. Therefore, they are able to give a lot of money for their education. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So you have to earn first. There are only 3 requirements. Learn, earn, fame, happy. Without learning, without earning, without fame, you want to be happy? Do you want to be happy without learning, without earning, without fame? That cannot happen. So either learn, earn or fame. 3 things are required. Okay? So start learning. You have 1 more month. Get 100% in all subjects. Not I will try. Everybody can try.
Okay, I will show you.
That is great. Good one. Don't say I will try. Everybody can say this. You have to say I am going to do it. Fine. Now we will have questions to continue, or you want?
Sir, one question.
Yeah, one more question. Good. Okay, then we will suspend this in the 7 o'clock session. Fine. Yeah. Come here. This weekend. Morning. Morning? Good night.
When I was in childhood, I was very much interested to read books and all. But as I grow up, I don't get interested to read.
What is your interest now?
My interest is to enjoy. But I'm trying my level best.
What is your enjoyment?
Just to play games and all.
That's good. Yeah. That.
But I'm trying my level best to read more and more.
Okay. 8 hours you are sleeping. 6 hours you are studying. How many hours you are playing games?
2 hours.
2 hours. But then what do you do rest of the time? There is a lot of time. Don't think that just because you play you don't do something else. I play football. I play shuttle. I play most of the indoor games. I play chess. I play caroms very good. Right? I also, you see my hands? Is it rough? Very rough. I work in the field. So don't think when I am doing all this, I do cooking in my house. When I stayed in Delhi, when I stayed in Calicut, I didn't have servant maids. I wash my clothes, I clean my house, I cook my food. Don't tell that I don't have time. When I was director of a university, I didn't have a servant maid at home. I washed my clothes, I cleaned my house, I made my own cot. I am a good carpenter. I make whatever furniture I want at home. Okay? I don't give fan for repair to anybody. I repair myself. I do many things. Don't tell that I don't have time. With all that, I must have read Bhagavad Gita more than 700 times now. You understood? So don't tell that we don't have time. Okay? We have sufficient time. But invest your time. L-I-F-E. Life, another expansion. Learning is an investment for future earning. Okay? So spend a lot of time. If you read more, you can play more later. If you play now, finished. You want job? Small job? Come to my house. I'll give you as a servant maid. But is that enough for you? No. I want to see you as collector, advocate, general, major, army, air force, navy, police. Correct? That's all. Good. Go ahead. I don't say that don't play. Play half an hour. Exams are coming. Suspend, no play. Just sit and study, nothing else. Switch off the TV, no telephone, no Other thoughts? Okay? Just study. Only maths, physics, chemistry, nothing else. Up to exam. After that, kill. Okay? If you are a good student, come to Kerala. I'll give you admission in the best school. But no kill. You want to kill? There is another school. Only games. And they will make you as the best athlete. That's also possible. I also give lectures in places where they only train people for running. They also have tension, so I go there to release the tension. Athletic schools are there. Usha Athletic School, one of the schools. You want to be there? You can be a good runner. You get admission. Don't worry. Yeah, who wants? Come.
Sir, how we can control anger or anger?
To control anger? You are feeling angry to me?
No. Sometimes.
Sometimes. What do you do when you get anger? You beat them? Or scold them? No, by mistake do you scold people? Anger? Yeah. Always keep lemon. You know lemon? Amla, what is amla? Gooseberry, no? Keep 1, 2 in the pocket. Whenever you get angry, drink water. Your anger will. Okay? Good. Yeah. Come.
Sir, I'm from TafraGam. Sir, what do we have to do to overcome stage fear?
Do you have stage fear now? Hold my hand tight. Stage. Open. What is the topic you wrote?
Personality.
Yeah. Speak about personality and the feelings. Don't worry. You are going to have stage. Yeah. Hold. Speak. Hold this. Say this is given to reduce stage fear. If this is not there, if I stand there, I will also start shivering. Yeah. Speak. It's personal. Speak about it. What is personality development? Right. Yeah, which subject you like? English. Poetry? What is the poetry you have to study in the class? Look at them. Okay. Ask them, keep quiet. Tell them, keep quiet.
Keep quiet.
Yeah. Are you shivering? No, there is no shivering for you. See, when you get fear, generally what happens when you get tension, you bite this. Or you rub this. Correct? Don't you do this? Yes. These are 2 legs. Listen carefully, no jokes. These are 2 legs. These are 2 hands. This is your head. This is your heart. When I am holding this, like this, if you have fear, I will know this because heartbeat can be got. You just try with your friend, no other discussions, no sound, just hold like this, you will get the heartbeat of your friend. Get it? No discussions, just hold the hand like this, you will get the heartbeat of your friend. Get it? Yes? No? Just try, no discussion, just hold tight, comfortably hold. Like this, right hand with the right hand, not left with the right. Yeah, hold this, this is your heart. This heart will touch this person's heart. So you will get the... Actually she has no fear. If it is there, I will know the heartbeat. I was just testing whether she has fear. She has no fear. She needs practice. Very less people have fear, but many people, they think that they have fear. I am sure if she has fear, she will not be able to speak a single sentence. So there is no fear for her. Okay. There are a lot of techniques with the hand. This is your head, right?
Yes.
When you get severe headache, all of you can try this. You can also do this. Hold this hand like this, finger like this in the arm. And then, don't do it now. I am just instructing you. You can close your eyes and then press here. You will know you are pressing your head. Try this. Close your eyes and then press like this. You will get the feeling of pressing your head. Try. Press your. You are pressing your head. You can see the pressing of the head. Yes?
Yes.
Very simple. Now, open your eyes. These are your legs. This is your stomach. If you have stomach problem, you cannot put hand inside your stomach and then massage. No? You want to get the same feeling? This is your legs. Just rub here, closing eyes. You will feel that you are rubbing your stomach. You can get the feeling. So, I only said I don't go to doctors. When I get back pain, I treat myself. Rub here. So my back pain will go. If you have some problems, I remember how many of you came to Prachodayat? Tell me how many of you came to Prachodayat? Do you remember one girl who had a leg pain?
Yes.
I just pressed here, treated her and she was back in the class?
Yes.
That's it, very simple. Severe leg pain, she was supposed to be taken to hospital. I said bring her here. Just pressed here, did this, she was alright. I do this treatment. Okay? So no disease, don't worry. You have no fear. Strong girl. You have fear? When you stand here, people will fear you. Go ahead. No stage fear. Many people think that they have stage fear because they never go to stage. I am sure you can stand on the stage and dance what. Okay? So don't worry. Next. Yeah, come fast. Its time is up. Last question. Lastest question. That's great.
Sir, this question I will answer.
This is one secret, this is another secret.
Let's sir, first I will say, okay. Sir, all questions were about, and I want to talk about some social problems. One question was there. It has been many days in my head. There are many cases about North-Eastern being abused or being treated very badly in outside, in North or in Central India. I wanted to know why we are treated that way in other places.
Who is treating?
In other places. In North-Eastern, people are being treated very badly. They are treated as if they are outsiders.
Who says?
There are many cases like that.
No cases. Don't tell me. From Northeast, there are a lot of people working in Kerala. We don't treat them outsiders. Most of you are welcome entered. Come and join in Kerala schools. You will feel that you are part of Kerala. You see in Bangalore, a lot of Northeast people. You see in Madras, a lot of people. You see in Bombay, a lot of people. I was in Delhi, I have seen a lot of Northeast people. They were not treated separate. No. It's just a feeling. Probably if you are alone, even when I am alone here, I will feel you are treating me separate. Kerala people are treated separate here. Do you think? Don't think like this. The first feeling, you should say that I am alright. If you start feeling that I am not alright, there will be problems. So don't worry. You are not never treated separate. You are my daughter. Okay? You are my daughter and you are always welcome to Kerala. And you will not be treated separate. Probably your style of food may be different. Your style of discussion may be different. Your eyes may be different. But I can make it big. You want? Yes. Do you want to make your eye big? Yes. Just keep watching. Her eyes will become big. Stop. Look at this, okay? Look at this finger. Put your. Only look at this finger. You will see her eyes becoming bigger. Do this exercise every day. Many times your eyes also will become big. Don't tilt your head straight. Is it becoming big? No? Look at you. Is it small? You will see it's becoming bigger and bigger. Yes? 100%. You keep doing this, your eyes will become big. Okay? Do this practice. Look at some place, keep tilting on the top like this. Then your eyes will become. If you start looking down yourself, your eyes will become big. That's one problem you have. You are looking down always. Look top. Without a tilting head, straight, look top like this, your eyes will become bigger and bigger. Bigger, yeah? Don't worry. Okay, you are not treated separate. Don't worry. You are all our children. And you have to travel a lot. You will see a lot of Kerala people working in Arunachal Pradesh.
Yes.
Why Arunachal people are not coming to Kerala and working there? Do that. Then you will not feel different. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Keep traveling. What is the best score here, madam, last year? That is 100%. All the students who are all here now, whoever gets 100% in maths, physics, chemistry, your train ticket to Kerala will be free for me. Your 10 days of stay in Kerala will be free for me. You can come. Is it enough? After the result, decide the vacation, you can come there. Yes? Yes. The best 5 students, if you want to join in 11th and 12th class in my school, there are few schools. If you want, you can join now. But then if you get the 100% in maths, physics, chemistry, I will give fees for you. It's not my school, I am only becoming a teacher. Like BKV I am coming, I also go there to give lectures. So if I tell them, they will give admission. It costs nearly 2 lakhs. 5 students who are getting 100 out of 100, multiplied by 2 lakhs, 10 lakhs rupees I will spend for you. In next 2 years, that's my contract. If you want to come and join. But if you have to get 100 out of 100 in maths, physics, chemistry, then I will pay your fees. You are understanding what I am saying?
Yes,
so don't think you are not treated well. You are all treated equally good. It's not difficult to stay in this country with unity. If you think that you are treated differently just because you are not coming to our place in South. Up to North Delhi, I think there is no difference. Okay, so I am crossing my time. It's 4:30, sir. Fine. So we will do this after the break, after the prayers. 6 o'clock or something? Yeah. Yeah, 6:20 is the next session. So 6:20 when you come back, we will have 2 games. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Not running around and all that. Inside that, it talks about communication skill, confidence building. 2 things I will give you. Okay? So, tell me. Earlier, when you used to swim, sunlight used to fall. Now I can swim below the bridge. You understood what I am saying?
Yes.
Because he doesn't know why there is a requirement of a bridge. He is comfortable. In small village in Kerala, inside forest, somebody constructed a big house, concrete house, windows, door that's with the wood, rest of the things are concrete. And these people who donated the house, after 2 years, when I was a guest there, they wanted to show me they have given the houses. I went there. When I went, no door, no window, the tribals removed everything and then fired it. And then I asked, why this house? And they said, when elephant comes, when lion comes, to escape they can climb on top of the roof. They still sleep on the forest. So much water is wasted. Why are you not asking? So why they don't feel the requirement? Why are they not feeling the importance? Because they are not educated. So first requirement is improve education. You are able to ask this, I am able to speak like this because we are educated. To improve society there is only one method. What is that? Education. It cannot happen immediate. Now if your parents are past the 10th class, your parents will feel you should become graduate, postgraduate. If you are graduates, you will feel your kid should become higher. Correct or not? Yes. So it will happen over time. India is a very, very young country. 67, 70 years. After independence, how many years now? 68 years. 68 years is very small in a big country. Okay? So don't worry. Another 50 years, when you become 65, you will see Arunachal Pradesh with big buildings, aircraft flying here and there. On top of Brahmaputra river, you will have airport. Great, huh? Don't worry. Things will happen slowly. It's not that simple. But only solution is education. It doesn't happen overnight. So minimum thing what you can do. You have vacation time. Whenever you get free time, make a small group of people around you. Ask them to tell this, whatever you have learned today, education is important, you must dream higher, get into highest education. All of you should dream to become the highest position and study well. Make your neighbors also, teach them well. That's the best service which you can do. Annadanam Paramdanam. Which is the best danam? Annadanam. Paramdanam. Best dana is giving food to somebody else. But once you eat, after 3 hours, after 4 hours, you will forget who has given you the food. Again you will start feeling hungry and you will ask for food, right? Which is that which makes you satisfied? Vidyadhanam atatparam. Bigger than that is Vidyadhanam. Annena kshanika truptihi. Immediately you get satisfaction. Yavat jivam javidyaya. I am sure you and all of you cannot forget me. Is it possible?
No.
But you will forget people who have given you food. You may not remember them. You may remember a few days, after that you will forget. Whoever teaches you, you will never forget them. Because the effect of learning is throughout life. So the best method to improve people, give education. You are not happy? Yeah, I am happy. Smile and say I am happy. Yeah, yes. Your eyes, you have to make it bigger. This is enough. Very good. Smaller eyes, sharper view. Field of view is less. Field of view is less. Vision will become more clear. Field of view is less. That's the focus. In the camera, when the field of view increases, you open it bigger, your vision will become less. That is why when the sunlight reflections are more, geography defines the character of people. The people who climb on top of the mountain, they will become shorter. Because every day when you climb your backbone, there is a sponge sort of a thing which jumps together, so the height becomes less. If you don't walk, your height will increase. You don't climb on mountains, your height will increase. Next 3 years, you don't walk too much, don't run, don't jump, you will increase your height. Okay? There are a lot of methods to improve the body. These are not tricks. Yeah, tell me. Yes, run and come. Don't have to wait. Come. Come. Be in queue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we have 2 games to play. Don't miss it. Yeah.
In earlier classes, you told us that it means that in earlier days the glaciers were this big and now it is this. You told us that how can they know that in earlier the glaciers was this big because they had no camera that time. The same question, the stories which we read in Amar Chitra Kathas and all that are related with Mahabharata and Ramayana, how do people know that the stories were there, such characters were there? Is it true or not?
It is true and wrong. Most of the stories are told in terms of slokas. Devi has got a shape. You see the picture of Saraswati. Do you think Saraswati had a nice sari like this, nice ornaments like this? No. People, when they started wearing dress, but imagination of a painter kept this picture. It is only painter's imagination. How do painter know God is of this shape? There are explanations given in slokas. There are explanations which says Devi had this ornament, this way, that way and all that. So that explanation somebody gets and then makes into pictures. So it's all in slokas. There is a nice movie, I will copy and give to somebody. I don't know whether you can get time. There is a 6 hours movie on Mahabharata made by Peter Brooks. The director's name is Peter Brooks, in which it's a nice movie. You will see Bhishma coming as a tribal. You see? Bhishma will be like a Chinese fellow with a mustache like this, dadi like this, and dress will be like a wooden piece. That is his dress. Arjuna and all ditto. Everybody is like a tribal. Can we say it's wrong? No. Because those times it could be like that, right? So, and how do we know which year, when, what happened?
Good question.
I don't want to give wrong information, so I have to refer some time. Yeah, old man. There's a long back book. Half of them is gone. Mahabharata Gita-upadesha happened in November 22nd, 3148 BC. Lord Krishna took birth on 19th July 3120. Died on 18th February 3102. Lived 126 and a half years. Okay? These are all? Yeah, Mahabharata war, Gita-upadesha happened on, read this. 22nd November 3167. Krishna's birth 27th July. Yeah. You know why? Because there is a mention, Lord Krishna showed something and the sunlight was blocked and it was neither day nor night. During that time, somebody killed somebody. There is an explanation in the Mahabharata. Astronomical computations goes back and it is found exactly this is the time it happened. And Lord Krishna's story, you will see Krishna was here this day, moved here, and during that time he went to Madurai. From there he went to Dwaraka, he came to Kurukshetra for war, he went to this. So many stories. All these matches exactly with the date. Therefore, Mahabharata is a story, but it is what happened. When you say Akbar's story, do you think the cinema story will be exactly Akbar's or some extra added ones? Similarly, Mahabharata also could be an extra added, but there was one Dr. Krishnan, there was his brother Balarama who was a drunkard. Okay? Krishna had one wife, he had a girlfriend, Radha. Krishna was totally black. But then some poet will say, all the ladies went behind Krishna because Krishna was so black, they could touch him and then use it as carpet. He was that black. That is imagination, right? Why do girls go behind Krishna? They can touch and then use it as kajal. That is imagination. So there are so many reasons for writing in a different style. These are all some stories, but there is something which is really happened. Okay? Yeah. And you see the avatar. Matsya, Vishnu had different avatars, right? The first one is fish. Then Kurma. Kurma is what? Tortoise. Then after that Varaha, like a fox sort of a thing. Then Narasimha, half human, half animal. Then Vamana, short man. After that, little taller, little black. Then he became beautiful man. The same style. In the evolutions also you can see Jatyanta Parinama Prakritya Purat. The Parinama Siddhanta, the evolution says like this. In the water you can have only fish, right? Then you can have something which lives in water and on the ground. Tortoise. So the evolution also is presented like that. Yeah. She is there.
How can we differentiate between the good people and the bad people?
I am good, you are bad. Understand there is only good people. But some people are good to someone, some people are bad to somebody else. There is no good and bad in the world. It's all the way people are good and bad based on some people are good, some people are bad. Only two are there. One more? No, fine. Okay, not required. Give me that paper, sheet paper. That's enough. Half. One sheet, that's enough. Free sheet. I don't require this. One free white sheet, A4 size. Yeah. So some people are good, some people are bad. You cannot guarantee that everybody is good and bad. Everybody is good and bad based on situations. I may be very good at some point of time, but after some time I can be very bad. So environment makes people good and bad. Situations make you to become good and bad. Assume you put into this school this sort of an atmosphere, you will become very good. But tomorrow you are going to mix with some other students who are not in this group of activity. Your culture will be entirely different. One chance is you can become bad and then you join like them. You can get changed from good to bad.
So then what's the quality that makes it?
That is what I'm saying. What is a wonderful question you asked. I love you for that. If you are a good person, a bad person, when they come, you change them. That's a leadership. Instead of you getting changed, what you can do? You can change them. There are two possibilities. One, when you mix with bad people, you can become bad. You can change. Or you become a person who will change people. What do you want? Change people. They are the leadership. Don't surrender to anybody. Okay? If you are good, you can make everybody good. If you are not that strong good, and you meet somebody, you will also become bad. Fine? You meet a smoker, smoker will say, take one puff, try, and you will also, very good. But instead of that, you want to stop him, say that smoking is not very good, you will become good. Not smokers are not. I am giving one example. Smokers are very good. I am a good smoker. I was very good. I was a drunkard. Very good. That's what I am saying. It all depends on which situation you are. The situation defines what is good and bad. There is nothing good and bad in the world. Everything is good. Everything is bad. Killing somebody is good or bad? Huh? killing somebody is good or bad? Yes, that's why I said situation differs. Assume you are a soldier. You are standing at the Pakistan border. One Pakistan police fellow is coming. You say, killing is bad. I will not kill him. What will happen? He will kill you. Correct or not? Yes. So killing is good. And therefore you killed 100 people, Pakistan soldiers. Then you come back to your village. Okay? There is a drunkard creating lot of trouble in the village. And you have killed many people, no? You take a knife and kill him. What will happen? Police will catch you. Because in the village you are not supposed to do it. At the border, if you are a soldier, you are supposed to do it. Understood? Yes. Where, when, how, what, with whom you are doing, that matters. Where, when, how, what, with whom, in front of whom, all that is the basis for telling this is good or this is bad. There is nothing good and bad, it's all related. It's all related. Killing your uncle is good or bad? Bad. Then Lord Krishna did it. Killing grandfather is good or bad? Depends. You understood? Yes. So Mahabharata story will tell you there is nothing good and bad. It all depends on what for you are doing it. If your intention is good, you can do bad things and good things. Okay? So keep good intention, be strong. Instead of you changing, change the people around you. Be an agent of change. Okay? That's it. Yeah.
I wanted to ask, does God exist in outer world other than earth?
Speak. Don't do like this.
Does God exist in outer world other than earth?
Does God exist here?
Don't.
First make sure where God is there. Where is God? Hridaya, Guhara, Madhye, Kevalam, Brahma Matram. Inside your Hridaya, there is God. Where is Vivekananda? Where is Swami Vivekananda? Is he on this picture? No. Where is he? Inside your Hridaya. Where is your mother? At home or inside your Hridaya? You understood? The imagination is what is that you are carrying. So it is the Sankalpa which you carry. Where is God? Inside you. Okay? Carry wherever you. One more.
Although Ram and Krishna are the avatars of Vishnu, why Ram had one wife and then Krishna had many wives?
How many wives Krishna has?
More than 100.
No, there is only one wife for Krishna. There is one girlfriend for Krishna. Is only girlfriend. No more wives for Krishna. When many people were imprisoned in the jail, many people were kept by the uncle. When they were all released after killing uncle, all the girls released from the jail, nobody was ready to marry because they were inside jail. Do somebody marry somebody who was inside jail with some prison? Nobody was ready. Then what Krishna did was constructed houses for all of them and told them they are all equal to in the status of the queen. I will give you a lot of money whoever marries. First dowry system started by Lord Krishna. Whoever marries will get a house free, lot of ornaments free, free ration. I will take care of them, nothing will happen to them, I am the guardian for them. Many people misinterpreted. There is no story anywhere which says, except some songs and all that. There is no story which says Lord Krishna had many wives. That's only Sankalpa. Okay? Similarly, we have Shiva also. Ganga inside, Parvati outside. 2 wives. It is not. It is only the origin is here. So, most of the gods are Sankalpas. And this also will tell you, Lakshmana, I have a small poetry book, Life of Love, in which there is a poem which is called Arrow from Shadow. Rama killed somebody hiding on the shadow with a arrow. You know the story.
Yes.
Therefore, Krishna got killed with an arrow later. Rama had a younger brother, Lakshmana. Lakshmana suffered because wherever Rama goes, Lakshmana also followed. And he suffered because Rama has decided to go to forest, Lakshmana also have to go to forest, right?
Yes.
And next birth, Lakshmana will become my elder brother, Rama became younger brother. He is a drunkard. Who is that? Balarama. And Balarama always will hit Krishna because in one Janma he disturbed younger brother, next Janma he will become elder brother. What a nice story. So the whole story is to tell you, if you do good thing today, tomorrow you will become good. If you do bad things today, you will get a punishment tomorrow. Okay? These are all sankalpas. It's called a Deva Sankalpa. There is no real God probably, may not be, maybe, we don't know. This is sankalpas.
Just don't like this. Actually, always I just hate books, but sometimes I think that what will be my future.
What did she ask? I'm future.
I just hate books, but sometimes I think my future that what will I do in future or
what you will do in future? You will eat every day, sleep every day, and you will get married. For jobs, what job you want? What do you want to study? What's your question? What do you want to study? You want to just write books? Read books? What do you want in life? What officer? DFO? You want to be in forest? You want to become a forest officer? Yeah. If your father is a DFO, is he an IFS or directly promoted? Maybe promotion. Is he an IFS? Has he got Indian Forest Service IFS? All India Service? No, may not. So if you want to get into Indian Forest Service, do graduation in science, either BTech or botany, zoology or mathematics, physics, chemistry. There is a civil service examination. During that time you will have to write. You must have sufficient general knowledge. All preliminary exams are same. Only science students are eligible to become forest officers. You have to love science. One of the subjects you have to study, get a graduation, then you become eligible to become forest officer. Otherwise you can get a smaller job in forest department, get promotions. But you can become a senior officer very fast only if you become IFS. Try now, you will get it. No, if you take English literature, you can never get into IFS. English literature will not take you into IFS because IFS demands science graduation. Only one All India service says without that you cannot become. There is something called Indian Economic Service. You have to become economics graduate. Indian Statistical Service. You have to become statistics man. But Forest Service you can be any science graduate. That's must. Okay? My telephone number? After examination, if you telephone to me, all India service, if whoever wants, I will tell you what is to be done. Now, if you tell it doesn't happen. If you are very serious, after your examination, contact me. I will tell you how to prepare for civil service. Okay? There is a method of reading newspaper because I cannot teach you now. You should have newspaper in front of you. Then I will tell you how to prepare for this. Fine? I'll give you sufficient clues for that. Either you meet me or not meet me, doesn't matter.
Really feeling honored to be here asking you questions. Well, my question starts with why. Actually, my question is that why everybody is looking for the best, right? Why not for the good and better? Why in schools, principal asks for those students, those who can get up to, for those who can score more than 90 or more than 95%. There are many students behind it, those who want to study in that of school where we can get many types of good available teachers, but because of less marks they are not getting. So I want to ask you that you want the assets from us. You want more and more assets. You said that those who will get 100% in chemistry can come in my place. Why not for the students who can't get more than or 100%? So
wonderful question. Do you want to call a normal person and come for lecture, or you want a best person to come here and give lectures? Who can influence a lot of people? When you become the highest, assume you are a bright student. There are a lot of bright students here. 10 of them are the brightest, they are looking for getting into the best school. There is one fellow who says, I can study but no guarantee. I may study sometime. I am not that much interested. My interest is only literature. My interest is only seeing movie. I want to play game. Do you think such people can get into the best institutions? It is not possible. So it needs training. Suppose there is a people who are getting trained for athletics. Do you want every runner to be there, or do you want somebody who just walks also to be a runner? My intention is to train people to become a runner. I should get select people who want to run. You understood? So this is a special program. If there is some people who doesn't have, there are a lot of normal schools available. But what you should prove is, I can also do well, so that I can get to that. So for everybody there is a place. Assume somebody loves to become a cook. Why should we make him to train for something else? So if somebody likes to be a carpenter, go to a place where carpentry is taught. There are places where I am training people to get into best MBBS places, best IITs. So I am only saying you come there. Assume your interest is commerce. I will suggest you where to go. You can go to Lady Sri Ram College, College of Commerce and your interest is literature. Go to Loyola College, Chennai, or go to St. Stephen's College, Delhi. Your interest is economics. Go to Pune Symbiosis. Your interest is in social science, goes to Tata School of Social Sciences in Mumbai. There are a lot of institutes where assume your interest is seismology or geophysics, you must go to ONGC. Or there are, Dibrugarh University has got special centers. Your interest is in astronomy, go to Pune University, there is an astronomy center. Your interest is aeronautics, go to Indian Institute of Space Technology, Trivandrum. So you must go to the place where you want. There is a shop which is kept for vegetarian, non-vegetarian. Why they are not supplying everything? There is a 5-star hotel, there is a normal hotel. Why you cannot say that there should not be any 5-star hotel, everything has to be same? No. You understood what I am saying? In a train, there is a general compartment, there is a second class compartment, there is a third AC compartment, there is a second AC compartment. From here to go to some place, you have road, you have taxi, you have train, you have aircraft. Which one you will choose? Depends on what is your condition, how much you can pay, where you can reach. So these options have to be there. It doesn't mean permanently you are going to be like this. You have to always compete. I remember a small student at 11th, 12th class, dropped out, failed in 12th class, became a conductor in Delhi. When I was working in Delhi, I met him on the road. He was a conductor. During the lunch break, he was in a waiting shed. I just asked him, what do you do? He said, I am a conductor. Which class you studied? He said, 12th. He said, I failed in maths. I said, no problem. Study. Try again. Go to Open University. Write your exam. He wrote his exam. He passed. Then he did a entrance examination. He got into agricultural engineering, which is not at all opted by many people. And got into one normal engineering college in Karnataka. He came from Delhi to Karnataka. He did his BTech. While doing BTech, he was working in many places. After that, he asked me what sir I should do. He even calls me. 3 days back also he called me. Vinay, his name is Vinay Gupta. Then I told him, try for GATE examination. He passed GATE. Now he is doing his MTech in IIT Bombay. He was an ordinary student. Then he is not in contact with me for last 6 months. Then he told me, last week, 2 weeks back when he told me, I asked him, why are you not telephoning to me? He said, sir, my marks in IIT is the worst marks ever IIT had. Everybody got good marks. The professor is scolding me every day, saying that you are the worst student I have seen. Then I told him, tell your professor, what is your background? Ask him whether any student who failed in 12th class maths, who worked as a conductor, became an IITian in MTech. Ask any MTech student there, you will be excellent. He told all the story to his professor. The professor said, you are my best student. You understood what I am saying? So even if your marks are less, even if you don't have, yes, today I went to one of the schools. Which is that school, sir? Yeah, Sunpura. You remember one girl came and cried? After the program, she came and cried, sir, my father doesn't have money, so I will not be able to study MBBS. Fees will not be there. I said, if you get government medical seat, expenditure is by me. I am going to sponsor you. But don't think I am very rich, I can give a lot of money to people. It is not me. I know a lot of rich people who are ready to help. So I will just tell them, help this fellow, help that fellow, help this fellow. That's it. Very simple. Okay? Like you are sitting in front of me, when I go to Dubai, lot of rich people will sit in front of me. They are all owners of different companies. So when I am saying I am helping you, I will tell, give that money to her. That's it. Finished. I understood. So don't worry if you are good. That's why I told myself, I was not a good student. But decide that you have to study well. Without passing 10th class, you cannot become 12th class, man. Can you say that all students should become 12th class? Then why there are no, you have lot of 10th class students here. Do you think all of you will get admission in VKV for 11th and 12th? Number of seats are less because you want some people to be dropped out. They are not good students, they should not go to higher level. Because we want IAS, we want deputy secretary, we want commissioners, we want the police people, we also want drivers, we want cook. So if everybody become officer, who will do the lower job? So some people have to left marks, they should also get job, but they will get that job. But then always think that I want to become higher and higher. That aspiration should be there. Okay? So don't worry. God bless you. Yeah. Games.
Sir, I'm from TafraGam. My question to you is, how can we avoid junk foods?
How can you avoid junk foods? Is there somebody inside you? No chocolates I ate. No ice cream, no chocolates, no bottled food, no packed items I ate for last 20-25 years. Don't. You decide, I am not going to eat, nothing is going to happen to you. Nobody is going to punish you, right? It is your decision. You decide, you know this is not good. Understand, any taste which you have, quarter inch of your tongue only understand taste. After eating inside, it just go 36 feet inside your stomach before pushing it out. So if you just obey the quarter inch of your tongue, the 36 feet inside your stomach will suffer. So decide that I am not going to spoil my health. That's the only thing. Okay? Take a firm decision, I am not going to be tempted. I am eating not for a company, I am eating for my health. Just think that. Yeah, anything.
What's your perception about UTSARG?
Perception about UTSARG? I am sure tomorrow you are going to listen from the lion's mouth what is my perception about UTSARG. Should I say this today or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Last chance. She is my special student.
Sir, my question is how we can stop the how we can reduce the
How you can stop studies? Huh?
stop the stammering problem.
Stammering problem? Keep a mirror. Start scolding you. No joke. I'm seriously saying. Keep a mirror in front of you. Start scolding. Okay? Change your mood every time. Read continuously faster. Looking at the mirror, you must do this. Then you realize there is some problem in you. Continuously do this 18 days, you will become alright. If you have this problem. And you don't have this problem. Don't think you have this problem and you are speaking. There are a lot of people. We had the first communist chief minister of Kerala who had the largest stammering problem ever I have seen. But he was very successful then. So don't worry, stammering is a big problem. First think that this is not a problem at all. With this also people have become successful. So don't worry. Okay? And you don't have. Sometime when you are in tension.
No one speaking mother tongue.
Don't speak mother tongue, speak other tongue. Mother tongue creates problems, speak other tongue. Okay, practice this with a mirror. You'll be okay. Okay, brother?